Hello, I'm VX Toycat and welcome back to QnA Saturday. QnA Saturday is a weekly series I run on my channel where I answer your questions about a variety of subjects, usually centered around the next update coming out for Minecraft on the consoles. We're currently calling that next update Title Update 46, and that name will probably stick for now. So yeah, all of these questions are about either TU46 or about life and the world in general. If you want to ask questions about either of those things and you feel like they weren't answered by the end of this week's Q&A, then what you can do is you can leave a comment down below, because all of these questions come from last week's comment section. But with that said, hope you all enjoy the video regardless. Like it if you do, because it helps out the channel and lets know you do want to see more QnA Saturday. But with that said, let's get straight into it, shall we? And let's start with the very first question here, which comes in from Dylan Johnson, who says, hashtag QnA. So yeah, do you think 4J will change the weapons found in battle? Because some of the weapons will be buffed a lot, like the Iron Axe doing 9 attack damage. So yeah, I mean, the thing is we don't know for sure that new combat is in this next update. It's highly theorized and it's very likely, but it's not for sure because we've seen no gameplay, nothing like that. So yeah, let's assume that it does for the purpose of your question. If they do decide to change combat and they do make the axe, you know, if they take all the combat changes, then yeah, I think they'll have to make a few changes, because one, they'll probably want to add shields in there, because shields would be awesome in battle mode, but two, I imagine that they'll want to change the axe at least a little bit. Maybe they'll remove the knockback, because bear in mind that the axe is still not going to be better than a sword, because just because it has more damage, it still doesn't mean the fact it doesn't have a massive delay on it. So I think they might change some stuff, or just for giggles, they might leave it the same at first, and then, you know, update it with a bug fix to see how people are dealing with it, because yeah, I'd really love to see how the current battle mode would play with the new combat. But yeah, will they change it? Almost certainly. Will they change it with this update? Probably, but not 100% certain. So yeah, I'd love to see what they do, because I think battle mode, I enjoy it a lot. I know like certain people don't, but I really do like battle mode, and I'd be curious to see how the new combat does affect it. So yeah, with that said, let's move on to the next question, which comes in from I Like Trains, who says, hashtag QnA, why do you not build your structures in creative? It's a lot easier. So this is a question I figured I'd address, because there's got to be some number of Minecraft players that think like this, because some people just say, whoa, it's like, why'd you ever play Minecraft Survival? And honestly, for the longest time, I've been like the opposite to you. I was like, why would anyone build in creative? Because honestly, building in creative, it seems like, oh, it's just so much easier. You get the blocks for free, so you can build whatever you want. But, you know, that kind of defeats the point of Minecraft. Minecraft is this game where it takes, like, the concept of, like, you know, like Lego or Connects or anything like that from real life, and it's like, okay, but you've got to earn those bits, and then you earn those bits by bit, and then you can build your dreams. And that's what makes it so amazing. You know, the first, like, year of Minecraft builds, everyone had to hand gather those resources and then do it. Whereas if you build something in creative, it means that you just spent 5 minutes coming up with something and building it. So yeah, I think the real difference is that creative is about showing what you can build, and survival is about having the satisfaction of being able to gather the resources and then build it. So yeah, why do I not just build? So one, I do play creative now. I think there's a good mix of the two. Like, creative's great for, again, certain creative builds that are just too big for survival, but I really prefer survival for just general Minecraft playing. Like, I play like maybe an hour or something of that a day, because yeah, Minecraft survival to me is this great experience of, like, you gather the resources and then you try and build something, and trying to build it as just a person is so much more challenging than just, oh, yep, we built it in 5 minutes and now we're kind of done. I prefer the challenge of trying to build something slowly over time, and I know that's something that I guess certain people who haven't been around for the longest time, or like certain people who just don't understand why you'd ever want to collect resources, understand, but to me, that's why Minecraft is so successful. And I think, yeah, survival mode Minecraft is the reason it's so big. I think if it remained in creative the whole time, not nearly as many people would have caught onto it. But yeah, that's just my opinion, and there's the answer to your question. I think survival is about gathering, not just building. And I used to think for the longest time, why would anyone play creative? Because I thought that was just running the game for yourself. But that's just me. I've moved on from that, but I figured it'd be interesting to share. Well, before we move on to the third question here, which comes in from John Pettet, who says, hashtag QnA, do you think we might get a festive battle map in December to go with the Halloween one? So hopefully this video is out by now, because I recorded it a little bit earlier today. But basically, I recorded a video about how the Pocket Edition is getting the festive mashup, but they're calling it the Festive Mashup 2016, which makes me think the console mashup pack is going to be updated to be the festive, you know, mashup pack 2016 there too. So yeah, will there be a festive battle map in December? I think there might be, because when they update the, you know, there's a Halloween one now, there's a Chinese one. Every mashup pack they've done, you know, recently since Battle came out has had a battle map. So I think we might just get a festive battle map. It might even be a free download, or like, you know, like an individual download. I don't know for sure, but I think they might do one. That'd be pretty cool if you ask me. So yeah, that said, let's move on to the next question, which comes in from Sans the Skeleton, who says, hashtag QAZNY. I'm not sure what's going on there. What Pokemon game have you got? So yeah, lots of questions about Pokemon this week, so I figured let's just go through them all. Let's power through them. So one, I got Pokemon Sun. I really didn't know about Pokemon Sun or Moon. Like, I liked nighttime better than day, but I figured, you know, the weird line on the front of the Pokemon Sun, probably a better, you know, choice. So I've got Pokemon Sun. My starter was Poplio, and that was just because I figured, you know, water types, probably going to be pretty strong against whatever we face. This is like an island-based Pokemon, and am I liking it so far? I am liking Pokemon Sun so far, but it's just had so many cutscenes. Like, they take the control away from you so much, and in a Pokemon game, that seems ridiculous to me. Because, Pokemon Red had maybe one cutscene when they teach you how to, catch Pokemon. That's it in the entire game. This is just like, you have to watch this, and then you watch that, and like the first 40 minutes of, the game isn't gameplay, which seemed ridiculous to me. But yeah, besides that, I've been enjoying Pokemon, and I'm looking forward to completing it in the next week or so. Which honestly, after this Q&A is finished, I'm probably going to go back and play Pokemon. So yeah, there's your Pokemon details for anyone curious. Let's move on to the next question, which comes in from Almo Vortex, who says #QnA. QnA, I should say. What is your favorite thing from TU46? My favorite TU46 feature is probably going to be the Elytra. Honestly, it's just so cool, the ability to play around with that. I think for videos and stuff, it might be amplified because there's going to be so many opportunities for live streams, 2 for doing UHC amplified, 3 though for the seeds you can get with that, because I imagine there's going to be one amazing amplified seed that's just going to blow everything else away. And yeah, it's annoyed me now for the longest time that you're limited to the mountains, which can only go up to like Y120, and that's because of that's the last year limitation. It's actually funny enough, the amplified worlds, it's something I mentioned in the video in the day before that was announced. I was like, honestly, at this point, the only reason the Xbox One and PS4 don't have amplified is because they're trying to keep the features the same. I'm glad that they're taking that split and they're saying, okay, 360 PS3, you can still have 99% of the features, any console, any feature your console can support, but now we're going to upgrade the Xbox One and PS4 where we see necessary. So yeah, I'm excited about amplified mostly for videos, excited about the Elytra just for flying around, and in general, I'm pretty pumped about the update, so there's your answer, Ammo Vortex. Let's move to the next question, which comes in from Jack Keen, who says, #QnA, what will we use the Mojang banner for what we use for the Mojang banner when Munch apples are uncraftable? Totally a word. And will we use the normal golden apples or a rare notch one we found? So, yeah, the thing is, I'm pretty sure, unless they change something exclusively, once they make the Enchanted Golden Apple only findable in chests, which is, by the way, a fact they're doing with the next update, craft your Enchanted Golden Apples now, or you'll never be able to. But yeah, after they make it so that you can only, find those in chests, I think it will still be a part of the crafting recipe, just to make that notch, the Mojang banner that little bit rarer, which I think is interesting. I don't think anyone's going to ever craft it, because it's hard enough to justify spending 8 gold blocks already, let alone a very rare item. But still, yeah, I think it's one of those things where this is a necessary thing that has to be done. It's going to be a bit weird afterwards, but at some point, we'll probably just get used to it. So, yeah, there's the answer to your question, Jack Keen. Let's move to the next one, which comes in from 22nd Griefer, who says, if you could add one mod to vanilla Minecraft, which one? Probably Mo Creatures. I haven't used Mo Creatures in a while, but it has something like 50 or 80 mobs. I love it if the mob diversity in Minecraft was that level. Like, oh, you find turtles today, and then this, that, and that. Because, right now, there is a certain number of mobs in Minecraft, and they're all lovable, and I know why they don't have, 50 mobs, but I'd love it if there was an option to be like, oh yeah, let's turn on giraffes and zebras and stuff like that. So yeah, I'd add Mo Creatures, because it's a mod that takes away barely anything, but adds so much, and that's why I love it. So yeah, let's move to the next question, which comes in from the Dragon Man Gaming, I guess, not the Dragon Man, because you get the point. But yeah, the Dragon Man Gaming, who has an Ender Dragon head, a nice picture by the way, who says, hi Cat, what is your favorite car? So bear in mind, I don't drive. In the UK, it's slightly less important than in America, and I live in a very urbanized part of the UK, so I don't actually have a need to drive personally. I've never had one, but at some point I'm gonna have to learn to do that, I'm sure. Maybe I'll decide to just pack up my life and live in Scotland, or decide to live in somewhere. I don't know why I need to drive, but let's assume I need to drive, and I'm gonna get a car. The dream car, I think, would be the Nissan 350Z, or Z or whatever, because yeah, it's in Need for Speed Underground 2. Because I used to really love racing games when I was maybe 10 to 15. I really loved the 350Z because it's on the cover. It looks really cool on the cover, but it's also in the game. You race your first race in it, and I just think it's an awesome car. Other than that, if I have to pick a normal car, because I think that might be an expensive one, I think the Toyota Celica was it's a car I used in quite a few different games too. Really nice looking car, and I think it's a reasonably budget one. I don't know car prices and stuff, but yeah, that's the answer to your question. My favorite car is probably the 350Z. Maybe my answer's meant to be oh, I like the Lamborghini Gallardo or whatever, but the 350Z would be what I pick personally. But yeah, with that said, let's move into the next question, which comes in from JazzyCat12, who asks, I assume a sarcastic question, when are you going to be the King of England? It's actually possible, because so it's really weird to me the fact that we do actually actually have a king slash queen in the UK still. There's not actually much power attached to her, but still, we have a queen, and she's there because she had ancestors that were the king or queen. And yeah, technically, because there's been such a long line of like successions to queen, I think most people in the UK have some real connection. So if like 90% of the population dies tomorrow, and it's the right 90%, I might just be the king. So it's possible, guys. It's possible that Toy Cat will be king of England and a YouTube sensation at the same time, because that's what I am, a YouTube sensation. I have no idea what that even means, but something just about the term YouTube sensation is funny to me. But yeah, I guess I'd be the first YouTuber king of England, which would be pretty awesome, right? Not that there'd be many people watching YouTube if like 50 million people in the UK die, but let's just assume, let's just work around all of that. That'd be pretty awesome, right? So yeah, maybe tomorrow, Jazzy Cat, maybe tomorrow. With that said though, let's move into the final question, which comes in from Unicorn Singing 9, who says, hashtag QnA, if you came to Manchester, what would you do first? So bear in mind that I actually live, not near Manchester, but like a couple of hours away by train, I think. I've actually been to Manchester the one time because I was meeting someone there, so I can just tell you what I did do when I went to Manchester. So yeah, I actually met someone there, I think it was for a date, and they recommended something called teppanyaki, which I'd never heard of before. Maybe most of you probably haven't heard of it either, I'm assuming. Maybe teppanyaki is common and I don't know, but apparently it's a weird Japanese, maybe Korean, I've forgotten honestly. It's a thing they do where they cook the food in front of you on the giant like metal grills. So yeah, I saw that, and it's a really cool show because what they do is like, as well as just, you know, doing cool stuff, they'll like cook chips on it and throw them in your mouth. So yeah, it's good stuff. If you live in Manchester, which I'm assuming from your comment, then what you should do first is go to a teppanyaki place. It's called like Sapporo Teppanyaki maybe, and it's like not too far from the city centre. Totally recommend it because, again, who doesn't love having chips cooked and then thrown right into their mouths? I know, I like it, and I know all of you should too. So, yeah, pro tip right there. Second pro tip is make sure you book a reservation, because I have learned that lesson the hard way quite a few times at this point, and yeah, pro tip for life right there. So, hope you all enjoyed today's video about the Q&A at Saturday. If you did all enjoy it, like video and let me know, because it helps out the channel a lot, and let's know that you do like, I don't know, cats and stuff. Share the video if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.